Thank you. Okay, so my speech is a little bit different than planned. I'm like Melissa. Okay. Thank you, Cassandra. All right. No one likes you, and I'm gonna not cry. No man will ever put up with you. You will never amount to anything. No one will take you serious because you have a pretty face. Your sisters only talk to you because they have to. Your mom deserved to die of a drug overdose. These are things that have been said to me. So to that, I had one more, sorry. How did Scentsy pick you to speak at World Tour?
We love you.
They picked me because I filled out a survey like many of you, and Jason Harwood called me at home while I was walking on my treadmill. It was really embarrassing. And he said, it was Harwood, and I said, who? He's like, Harwood? I don't know a Harwood. So to those answers, I'm the life of the party. Joe and I just celebrated 20 years of being together. I stepped down from a job making $70,000 a year for mental health and to start selling Scentsy more full-time, if that's even proper English. I'm the leader to 47 downline. I'm the person in my friend group that you can always come to. Both of my sisters only talk to me. And my mom's addiction does not define me. So, in 2023, I decided that Jackie Hoskins McManus, just Jack south of Detroit, is important enough to say that it's okay not to be okay, and that I deserve everything I have in life. So I started building a team around that. Mental health, people I wanted to be around, people that need me, and that I need. So, last year was my first World Tour in Detroit. It was the best thing that I had done for myself, was to actually invest in coming to something that there's 500 of us at, and I never looked back. In March, I went to Melissa Gratz's camp, never looked back. Went to another retreat in May, never looked back. Scentsy Family Reunion was my first one last year. I have been selling Scentsy since April of 2016, and I just tapped into the community. Wow. Who is at fault? Me. Sorry. I'm nervous.
You got this.
I'm supposed to pretend like you're all naked and you're on my YouTube.
You're doing great.
Thank you. So what I learned about myself last year in 2023 is I wanted to see myself how others see me. I'm an aunt, I'm a wife, a friend, a coworker, but more than that, I'm really good at selling Scentsy.
Yes.
I have consistently sold over $2,000 every single month.
Woo.
Last month I sold $3,600, and that started with a J. And I was told in the J months we don't sell. That's while working a full-time job. I have earned 4 incentive trips.
Yeah.
I have earned annual sales 4 times in a row.
Woo.
I brought sponsors. They're with me today. I'm so excited. I'm proud of them. But what I want to talk about is finding your people. Make sure you tap in. When they talk about meeting people and finding them and actually getting to know somebody and have them hold you accountable, I can't see her, but Amanda from Canada, raise your hand, right there. I met her last year at a retreat. I went to Canada, drove all by myself. Did you guys know they drive in kilometers? I didn't. And I was speeding. And I was like, why is everybody going really slow? It's because I was driving in miles. Amanda looked at me at this retreat. She'd never met me before, and she was like, you're gonna become a director again. I hit director numbers for the third time. So proud of myself. Because she held me accountable, just like Cindy Abraham. You have to find people who are gonna have those hard conversations with you that say to you, okay, Jack, enough's enough. You can do this. If I can hit director numbers working full-time at an old job, I don't want to say what I really wanted to say. You can do it too. And meeting people and finding your people is hard. I'm not gonna lie. I was telling Brooke on the way here, the best way to meet a new stranger is compliment them on something they're wearing, whether you like it or not. They don't know that. And you are standing in line at the grocery store and you look down and their shoes are ugly. But you're like, oh my God, those are great. Where did you get those shoes? And you start that conversation. I mean, don't be fake, but it is what it is. It has happened. You can ask my husband. He knows. He sometimes is like, oh my God. And he walks away. And I'm like, well, that's our new recruit. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I have a YouTube channel, and that's where the one comment that my mom deserved to die of a drug overdose. And what I want to share with you is I was raised in a cult. This is not part of my speech. So community was very important to me, but I didn't realize that I already had it in the community I was in until I actually tapped into it and remembered that I am worth it and I am enough. Because I know all of us can look at ourselves and we're our own worst enemies. I tell myself, even all the way here, I don't deserve to be here. Nobody wants to listen to me. I have nothing to say. You're stupid, all the things. But in reality, none of us are. We all deserve to be here. We've worked hard. There's my soapbox. So, my biggest tip is to be yourself. Don't try to be like other people. You can copy them and look up to them. I want you guys to think about our last presenter, Melissa. Had she just done it for a year, would I be standing here? She's my superstar director. If she had given up and not believed in herself, this whole front section, some of the back, we wouldn't be here. So finding your tribe, finding your people is super important. When I found out that Scentsy was bringing out the mental illness collection, how many of you were so excited to hear about that? I was so excited. I am still so excited. I cannot wait for the weighted buddy. I have like 10 Scentsy buddies on my bed. I'm 45 years old and I do not care. I travel with my Eeyore. I lost one in Anaheim, so if you're ever in Anaheim and you see a random Scentsy Eeyore buddy, it's mine. Just bring him home to me, because I've been looking for him. But do you sleep with them? Okay, good. I'm not the only one. So my whole point is be yourself, find your community. Don't be afraid to talk about Scentsy and to ask. I know it's like the hardest thing to walk up to somebody. We're not gonna walk up to them randomly, I like your shoes, you wanna join Scentsy? That's kind of creepy. It might work, let me know later if it does. But being able to authentically be yourself and find people you connect with, I know I've said that a lot, but community is why I stay. Community and feeling a part of something. We sell wax and warmers. It's not that hard. I know I'm saying that with big sales numbers, but it really is fragranting our home and fragranting other people's homes. And think about how you feel when you come home and you tap into your fragrance, you turn all your 50 warmers on in the house, and you choke your husband out and the cat and everybody that comes over. Like, I'm not joking, 50 warmers on at a time. That's why I sell it, so I can buy all of them. I know Orville doesn't want us to buy them.
As long as you're making enough.
Yeah, Joe is my best customer. No, actually, I am my best customer. I just tell him it's him. So when you see an order come through under Joe McManus, it's really Jackie. But it's true. So last year I recruited 19 people. And I really didn't think that was a big deal. And then I started thinking about it and I'm like, it is kind of a big deal. That's 19 people I added to my community to be friends with, to do life with. I'm not a mom, so I don't think I connect to people who have children, but I'm an aunt. I know what it's like to be around kids. I've been a kid. So, I mean, you know, and so at one point with Melissa's camp, I was feeling bad because everybody's talking about being a mom. And I'm like, what about the rest of us who aren't moms? How many of you are not a mom besides the men? Yeah, that's how I do. It's okay to be a really good aunt, sister, friend, wife, and not have kids, right? We still care and we do know what it's like to be tired. I've had that said to me too. You don't know what it's like to be tired, you're not a mom. Oh, okay. That's nice. So, and then I also had a couple of people reinstate under me last year. So 19 is not really my number. I think I'm around 23. So in 2024, I want to double that number. And I want to see how many of you want to double your numbers, how many are going to get your first recruit, whether you do 2, 3, however it is. I believe in you, you believe in you.